Jeffrey Doomer's in the building. Can you do me a favor and...
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to The Village, Hidden in the Shed, the official anime podcast of the Shed Network and Alien Entourage. And you're here right now with your boy, Sid Floyd.
Gent Cherokee in the cheap Cherokee.
And you already know it wouldn't be The Village Hidden in the
Would
Shed
not.
if we weren't here with my cousin, the Blue Beast of the East,
Yeah.
Mike Nice. And unfortunately, we don't have our third and fourth leg with us tonight. Pickle
We're bipedal
Pat,
tonight.
The Tinker. Yeah.
We're a bipedal monster right now.
Bipedal hominids. And we don't got our spoiled milkman, Shed Tech 8 with us tonight. But it's all good. We're going to manage, and we're going to do more than manage. We're going to thrive, because that's what me and Mikey do when we're live.
That's what we do.
Oh, my. That just didn't even mean to come out like that. But that's fucking great. That
He's
was
the
like,
greatest freestyler alive.
I didn't even, I'm a poet. I don't even know it. You don't know it, dude. Yo, so for today, we're going to cover One Piece.
A little bit of One Piece. Just
10.
the new stuff.
97.
Because
Dun, 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 dun.
it's getting super wild. And they're answering all the questions, which makes me think, though, which is it's a weird feeling, is it actually the final arc?
No.
That's what they're saying.
They're saying
Egghead's
final?
There's Oda, I think, is quoted saying that One Piece has entered its final arc.
No. Elbaf is after Egghead.
But what do you mean? It's not written yet, right?
Well, it hasn't come out yet, but that's like confirmed as Elbaf is that. That's where they're heading after Egghead is Elbaf, and then
Okay.
and then
So then it's not.
no,
It will never end.
well, they might. We don't know when it's gonna end, but all I know is they're heading to Elbaf.
Maybe his idea maybe has the final arc in. Maybe it's written. Right, it has to be written
in some degree.
Obviously, not
there's people
obvious,
who say that he's
but
told them.
It's the
stuff.
story is written, right?
We don't know.
But no, like before he starts putting into panels and stuff, it's written, right? I feel like he would write the story, right?
I don't know.
You know,
Everyone has their own creative thing.
So this is how I would
I'm sure
assume
he
it
does.
to be.
I'm sure he does.
So this is how I would assume it to be, though. He's
Let's hear
writing this story, and he's got whatever, if it's drafts or finished copies or however you want to put it. And he himself has said he has entered the final arc of One Piece in his writing,
His notebook, somewhere.
right? In his books, where he's got the stories he's writing out, because as he's writing it and he's like perfecting it, then he's putting it into the panels and stuff. It's got to be rough drafts, and maybe he's writing it like, oh, Shay's sitting down, he's writing it, and he's way ahead of the manga already. You know what I mean? Obviously, it has to be.
No, you're right.
And the manga's catching up to him as the anime's catching up to the manga, and it's like,
well, because he has to somewhere be like, yo, I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going with this. And
sure.
I have, this in place. So, goddamn, it's like Pun's rhyme book, dude.
so
Gotta find that shit.
if he has entered the final arc, but that means
But-
it's Laugh Tale. Actually, obviously, Laugh Tale that's where it'd have to end. Or it doesn't have to end there.
And you know what? I
They have to get
I
there.
know for a fact that this is going to be a good topic for next week when we have our guest here and shit like that. 100%. But I think that you're right to the degree that I think Laugh Tale's going to like end like I don't think that's. But actually, no, I don't think that it's going to end at Laugh Tale.
But Roger
Yep.
ended his pirate career after Laugh Tale.
Yeah.
So it's like, if Luffy gets the Laugh Tale, he's going to be king of the pirates. But once he becomes king of the pirates, maybe that's when you give it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because Roger's the only one that's ever became king of the pirates. And he didn't label himself that, technically, right?
No.
It was like the government, right? So, but then he gave it up right after that.
Well, he gave it up because he was dying.
He was dying. Yeah. But Luffy, I mean, we don't know what's going to go on, but I feel like maybe that when you get there, how many people that went to Laugh Tale didn't give it up? Like even Odin, right? He went to Laugh Tale, and then he went back to Wano and became like the whole
But
Wano.
he didn't give up. He gave up being a pirate.
Right.
All of them did.
They all did.
Yeah.
After getting to Laugh Tale.
Yeah.
So that means if the Straw Hats get to Laugh Tale, that's it for them.
For the Straw Hats, yeah, possibly. I mean, you got to.
But it
figure
only makes sense because Shanks and Buggy.
If they're reaching what is like freedom, with even if it's even if the treasure is something, whatever the hell, like.
Well, Roger named it Laugh Tale also, right?
Exactly.
So what's there? that made them call it Laugh Tale.
Dude, that's
and
the
then
question,
Shanks
dog.
is now he's like, yo, fuck it, I'm going there
He
now.
says it. He goes, yo, it's time.
Especially when he's seen Buggy as Emperor, he's like, this motherfucker. All right, I'm going to get I'm getting the One Piece,
Buggy,
dude.
he's like, yeah, all right.
Well, he knows what the One Piece is, though.
No.
That's what I'm saying, though.
No,
I think
he doesn't.
No, but I think that like if Gold Roger had a treasure, Shanks would know about it. But the Laugh Tale, he doesn't know what's on Laugh Tale.
Yeah, because so
You know?
so this is where like the plot hole comes around, is where he's like, Roger tells everyone at Logtown, he goes, I took all my treasure that I ever acquired and I left it on Laugh Tale, the One Piece.
Right. So Shanks would have had to have eyes on that before.
But
and
that's what I'm
Buggy.
saying
That's
is-
why Buggy is
I think
different than everyone else.
I think he just said that to get people to go look for it. Because he probably, if you think about it, bro, if he really was like the same as Luffy, like, bro, the Straw Hat Pirates are broke. Half the time,
yes.
broke.
But half the time
they show up
they got
and
billions of berries.
I know, but then they're like, they're not.
Nami's got a stash somewhere.
Sort of, but they're not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not
They're
like
pirates,
they don't like set up like Doflamingo had like a business enterprise, like Whitebeard even.
But yo, do you
even
consider
Whitebeard had like had his whole like region and everything was all
that
like a
land.
functional business.
But
what's his face? Kaido had a weapons factory and was like all these dudes were like, yo, we're gonna almost like
right. No, I'm cutting you off. Go ahead.
Almost like in the sense of like they're almost more like gangsters and pirates. We're like
That's what I was gonna say.
Where they like,
I think they left their pirates when they left their crews and then became like.
Well, they didn't leave their crews.
No, when like Kaido, Big Mom,
when they all left,
they're not like Doflamingo is not really a pirate anymore. He's like this like warlord type guy, mob like and Kaido too.
He's like a don. Like they're like, yo, they run this area,
and they're not really on the seas. Like it's like they're not pirates anymore. Well, it's like, but they are. Yes,
they are, but not really. And it's the same with Big
sure.
Mom. Is like she has her own land.
They run like thousands and thousands
like
of people.
Yeah, exactly, and a whole continent. Like
and they have their spots. And Luffy, they're still on the seas, and they're fucking For sure.
Shanks is still Shanks and Whitebeard.
Shanks too, though. He's
Shanks
a pirate.
And Whitebeard, Shanks and Whitebeard stay on the sea, do the damn thing, you know. But you do see like a lot of these, like you said, it is kind of more of like a business. But Luffy runs through his shit, spends it all on food, whatever. Yeah. They're not like looking to set up an enterprise because and take control of territory. Right. They're just looking to be free. So you got to figure Roger, if it's really like that whole like, oh, you know, he's the new pirate king, probably the same way, bro. He probably was like, yeah, you know, take it.
I like that.
He probably didn't, whatever he had on him might be the treasure that was there. They didn't acquire everything he ever got and was like, oh, here, I'm going to leave it here. Like, whatever they had on him, maybe. And then maybe they found something that was like, you know, I don't know. Like, it was like, yo, Skypiea is a perfect example. They had all the fucking treasure in the world. It was a city of gold. It's El Dorado.
Right.
And
then they robbed them.
They robbed everyone
for less than what they were trying to give them.
They were trying to give them everything. They were like, yo, gold means nothing.
They're like, yeah, no, have all of that gold plus this fucking thing.
And they're like, oh, they're trying to catch us.
And then who went up there and fucking got that shit? Somebody went up there and robbed them.
They all did.
No. After the fact.
Yeah, they all did. Like after
did?
The Straw Hats, they all went.
No. I'm talking about who was the guy? And I'm blanking. Fucking who went up the dude that went up there and was it Bellamy or something? No,
Blackbeard, right?
Blackbeard.
Yeah,
he went up there.
Followed them up
Bellamy
afterwards.
fucking
and robbed them up.
He was a jerk, but Blackbeard went up there and took the shit, right?
Bellamy comes around dressed a little bit.
Yeah. I like that fruit. I would be balling
spring?
out, dude.
Oh my god, dog. Yo, I would be in the league.
But I wouldn't even like overdo it.
No,
I'd be just like,
you know,
whoa, that's crazy hops.
You know, in Incredibles, how Dash can't run too fast because then that's you. You gotta just like
he comes in second. And shit.
You look like you're just playing slam ball.
Oh my god!
And they're just like, yo,
I just getting rebounds. He's like, yo, he's got hops, dude. And I'm just missing shots and shit.
Yeah,
like
you never really worked on your shot. You're like Blake Griffin, but
whoa. Don't talk about the grits.
Nah, he can shoot from the corner.
He fucking.
Oh, dude, whoa. What are we doing? This isn't sports schmorts.
Right.
Yo.
Follow sports.
So to bring it back, 1097, new chapter.
Right. I love this shit. The Kuma stuff.
Oh my god, dude! Finally, all this information's coming out, and we're definitely going to talk about everything that's going on at Egghead and stuff. I'm sure we'll get into it in the next episode. But this is kind of like the flashback where. Certain things are getting revealed in these flashbacks.
My favorite part is that when they're on the beach and Ivanka, they for the first time they meet, and they're like, "That's my brother," because we're Buccaneers and shit.
Yo.
And then he's like, "Yo, you're gonna change."
Gloss over that?
No. We'll go back to it. You're gonna change the world, and then they leave, and then he breaks him out of prison to join the Revolutionary Army. That's such a cool.
They break him out of prison.
They break him out, but it's like a cool like I knew you were gonna do something, and now I'm here to fucking
free you.
I thought that was so cool.
And just the entire full circle of Kuma wanting to be like, he's like, yo, I want to live just the same way Nika lived, you know? And then, okay, he gets caught liberating the people of his land, right?
Right.
Ivanka,
With a corrupt king.
Ivanka comes through, saves him. Ivanka gets locked up. Luffy comes through, saves
Right.
Ivanka. Frees
She had
Ivanka.
she had that whole little society though.
They had that
They
society.
had that society and it fell down, dude. Because yeah, but dude, that I mean, I think it's fucking. It's cool. I mean, it just makes sense because like once fucking Ivankov saw that Kuma was like doing like with the whole like the southern where's he from? Sorbet.
South Blue.
Sorbet when the
Kingdom.
king was like, yo, all these dudes are old and they can't contribute. We're cutting them off. That's what the revolutionary steps in is like, all right, we're going to start a coup.
So the Revolutionary Army, I want to get Jinbei over here.
Hell yeah.
I want to get him down over here.
Warlord of the Sea.
Yeah, as we're talking
Son of
about
the
it.
Son of the Sea.
Exactly.
Jinbei, one of the strongest characters of all time. Dude, he fucking judo through Big Mom.
He did.
That's fucking, that
Also,
was sick.
he shouldered through all the water on Wano and saved everyone. Even if Luffy beats Kaido,
Oh my God, and put the
everyone
fire
dies.
out.
Everyone dies. Even if he beats Kaido, everyone dies.
That was a funny part when they're like, "Oh my god, the fire!" and they're like, "Is that water?"
they're like,
Holy
"Oh my
shit,
God,
the water!"
water.
And they're all getting washed away. By the way, like, damn, dude, they fucking
and there's mad devil fruit users too. Who are just like,
that's true. Yeah,
And it was seawater because it was from the elephant.
yeah.
Because he's got the Zoe. He's got the
Zoe.
don't let tech run off, rub off on you. He's got the scroll fruit.
Oh,
So he
fuck.
could summon like he could,
That I like that.
little ode to Naruto.
Yes,
Little ode to Naruto.
and then what's her name? Shinobu.
Shinobu's got the ripe.
She's got the fruit, but they're cool. It's like Shinobi's like, you know, it's like
yeah.
she's a Kinuichi. And then she made herself ugly on purpose. But she made herself old or like
No, she just got old.
and then why she shrinking at a big
I
head?
have no idea, dude. I have no
like
fucking-
more she looked like Rizzo a little
I had
bit.
no idea, bro. That's pretty funny though.
But that fruit is cool. Well, obviously, because she made fucking
Momonosuke.
fucking old.
Yeah.
And then he was a little
not,
bitch.
He still is. He still is.
But he's
dude.
strong as fuck though.
Gonna be.
Zoro should
He got
train
his.
that
He got
motherfucker.
his shit handled by Greenhorn though. Pretty bad in Dragon.
Which
form.
one's
Ryoku, the admiral, the forest, yeah.
dude? And he's like, "This is the power of the earth," or dude,
he's
the
the
natural.
earth god.
Oh, dude, that's
fruit
is that wood release?
It is
right.
It's a creation of all things too, because he can make he
He turns himself
he can make flowers, and he could take life from people and like the same way
such
that
a
roots
sick
would.
fruit. How did he pop up earlier?
There was references to him, and then he like they show him like foreshadow him, and then he shows
Right.
up at Wano
'Cause
And
now
that's the
they're
big deal.
fucking-
because he's going rogue,
And
he's not assigned to go there, bro. He's going there to try and get on Akainu's good side by killing
Yes,
Luffy.
because he's like, yo, fuck this, I had enough. And that's when they're showing a lot more admirals, like stronger admirals. He's like, yo, fuck these pirates.
But it speaks
and then
to
he fucking got kicked out of the island.
it speaks to Shanks' observation hockey, how he
Mm-hmm.
was like, yo, Greenhorn's here.
Yeah, well, Shanks is fucking hockey.
is hockey.
Dude, that's my favorite part too, when Kaido was like, okay, you have a devil fruit, but hockey runs the world.
He solidified
Or
that.
what that's not
No,
a direct quote, but he was
yeah.
like, hockey,
There's nothing could beat hockey.
nothing defeats
beats
hockey.
everything.
Yeah. And I was like, because it's like, for fucking the whole 20 years almost, you're like, how are like these dudes so strong at beating devil fruit guys, even though they have devil fruits as well.
Yeah.
But you're like, then he just
Or
says
if they
that he's
don't.
like, hockey is
Or the ones who don't.
the ones that don't. You're like, well,
Like,
like Garp
Roger and Garp going up against Whitebeard and
splitting the fucking,
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
atmosphere, like the galaxy
world.
shit. He's just splitting islands, like that one. Well, that was the one theory that we were saying when he
yeah.
moved the land or whatever.
and
Created Thriller
the
Bark.
God Valley became Thriller Bark.
Yeah,
that's a
that's
good
kinda cool.
theory, dude. I kind of like that. and all the villagers and the natives and the rock
They're saying
pirates
there's a
who
lot
died.
of pirates that were zombies on
You
and
see 'em?
Gecko's fucking army.
I don't know. I didn't do enough digging to
Me
be
neither,
like,
but
but I do like the theory.
it's cool.
In the comments, let us know because
If we're completely wrong.
I would rewatch Thriller Bark though because
Thriller Bark was cool. It has
hot
fucking
take,
Ryu.
I don't even Ryoku
Ryoku.
or not Ryoku. That's the green
Ryuma.
one. Ryuma, yeah.
And with Shisui and fucking or Shusui. How do they pronounce it?
Shisui.
Is it Shisui? And then he has to give it back in Wano to get Odin's fucking.
But he gets Enma.
Dude, Enma
gets
is
Enma.
insane. We're getting so off tangents.
So off topic, but it's dope. It's cool.
Enma is
But
cool because you
Thriller Bark,
see the
hot
hockey. You
take-
have to use the hockey to use it.
Hot
that
take.
was crazy because it
Again.
shows Odin's hockey.
Again,
And he was the
people's hockey.
strongest. Everyone was saying that Odin was probably stronger than. Was he stronger than Roger, you think?
No, Roger tanked him with a divine departure.
Yeah, yeah. You can't.
Tanked him.
Yeah.
And then
but
Whitebeard had
Odin
to come in.
fucking.
Odin was sick though. Like he was tough.
He was born to boil.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Isn't that crazy? That's a fate. That's such a cool Odin thing to do. I mean, Oda thing.
It's both.
Fucking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No,
And both, yeah.
he's top notch at that.
And he survived it.
Yeah.
But whatever.
But hot take is I think the only Luffy that's stronger than, or the only one that's Gear 5 Luffy is the only one that's stronger than Shadow Luffy.
Shadow Luffy.
Shadow
was
Luffy?
Samurai Luffy. Oh my.
what the
And he had
hell,
the
dog?
power of like 100 different dudes. That was sick, actually, bro.
Shadow Luffy was a
That
beast.
is crazy, actually.
Shadow Luffy was a savage. And
He
they were like,
beat
yo,
Oris,
and they
right?
were like,
With-
and they were like, yo, you can't, you won't survive. You might survive, but you probably won't. And he's just like, do it. And
Right. He's like, because his body can take it. Is that because of the gum? Well,
Yeah,
the gum
and he's
fruit?
made to die. For him to become Joy Boy, he had to die. He dies.
Multiple times with
Luffy
Kaido.
loses to everybody.
He does.
He loses to everyone that he fights.
And that's how you learn, right? I mean,
It's-
that's what they say, but,
dude,
but
and
that is what
and
he
you know
did.
what that is? I think that's Oda's like little homage to DBZ, bro, because that's the Super Saiyan thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that's how Super Saiyans are so nasty is they every time they fight, they get stronger.
Yeah.
No, like if they fight someone stronger than them, they get strong enough to beat them. That's just what Saiyans do. And that's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
this whole thing with Luffy is it's Monkey
so-
and it's Monkey D. Luffy.
Right.
He's got the same
So is the cooldown for the Gear 5 the same as like the Gear 4?
No, the cooldown for
He goes like
is
we-
fucked up.
So this is another thing too. What do
he's
you think
out for
about
the count, I think, for a little bit.
what do you think about now he goes to Gear 5 all the time?
I don't think he does do it all the
No,
time.
all the time,
He did it like
but-
3 times.
But once
Or
he
twice.
did it 2 more times.
And
it's like
yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like I know he should because now he just awakened Gear 5, but you think that's like because Gear 4 he like wouldn't use it all the time because he knew about the cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder now it's like he's just spamming Gear 5 all the time.
No, the cooldown sucks for him. That's
it's like-
and we'll get into that next week. But in 1095, when he's fighting, he beats Kizaru, and then Saturn shows up, and he's down. He's down for the count.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
out, bro. He's Gear 5'd up. He's all like droopy and stuff because his body is just.
Right.
I don't even really understand it, but I feel like that's going to be something that Oda's going to hit us with, obviously.
Some weird.
But
so
back to Kuma.
okay.
Back to Kuma.
oh right. Are we gonna talk about the Saturn at all?
No, that's gonna be next episode.
Okay, all right, yeah,
That's in the
yeah,
next
because
episode.
all right,
That's
yeah.
a lot to bring
So
up.
Kuma.
Well, let's hit with
I
this
love-
flashback because
right.
this is important. This is a lot comes out on this, especially
Yeah.
the hockey thing that you were bringing up. Even if before we talk about Kuma, Dragon. They
Yes.
confirmed Dragon was a Marine. That's big.
Big.
That was a
And-
huge
and
theory that
yeah.
everyone kind of was like, obviously, but it wasn't confirmed.
Does that
It
and
wasn't
that
canon.
also makes me realize why Sabo's so strong.
Because he trained under Dragon.
Yeah.
And you know Dragon probably trained under Garp.
And he trained with the 6
And his hockey-
techniques or whatever they
Yeah.
call it. So
Exactly.
and those hockey though they
But
have
he also
steel
has
body
the
and
dragon,
all that.
The Dragon Claw is his
That
technique, but we
insane.
never see Dragon use it. We only see Sabo use it.
Yes.
Sabo's stronger than Ace.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ace,
he was strong.
Ace's hockey could have been top notch if he trained his hockey and didn't just rely on his devil fruit. He could have been top
Dude,
notch.
you know it's crazy. Luffy fucking puts his hockey on his chest when he gets hit.
Yeah,
Why didn't fucking Ace do that?
dude, because he doesn't know hockey.
Did he want to die?
No, his hockey wasn't. He didn't train his hockey because he
Yeah.
relied on his devil fruit.
Yeah,
and I
okay.
think they say that when I think maybe Blackbeard says it to him when he's fighting, or there's some
About
maybe it was in
Whitebeard
the-
too.
Yeah, I think it was Whitebeard. It
He
was
should have
like-
been fucking using hockey to bounce those the cannonballs off him.
Yeah, but he couldn't. He didn't do it. And the fucked up thing is he had.
But he was old and sick.
But yeah, Whitebeard. But I think though that I thought you were talking about Ace, but the thing with Ace is he had Rogers hockey, bro. He could have been the strongest.
Oh,
He could have been the strongest with hockey, but he wasn't. With the flame fruit too. But now Sabo is like Sabo's like they're like they were saying in the anime that he's more popular than Dragon is.
yeah. Remember when they had
call him the
his
Flame
face?
Emperor.
Yeah, the face on the
Yeah,
billboard
bro.
and stuff, and
they're
everyone's
like, yo,
cheering. And
they're
stuff.
like, yo, and his brother is a Yonko.
oh yeah.
And he's like, yo, he's the Flame
Yeah.
Emperor of the Revolutionary Army, and his
Yes.
brother's a Yonko. Like, yo,
Fifth-
they're
is it- oh no, he's an emperor now, right? 'Cause remember they're calling him the fifth emperor.
no, the Flame Emperor.
No, Luffy.
Oh,
They call him the fifth emperor, but now he's
he's
an
a force
emperor.
now.
Yeah, now
he's
he's
a force
fourth.
Yonko. Yeah,
So yeah, it's fucking sick. And then their other brother was Ace, who was the son of Gold Roger.
Gold Roger, like, and then they're and Garp is Garp,
crazy family.
and Dragon's Dragon. So it's like it's a wild, but the
Yes.
bloodline thing.
So the D thing, you know what else I thought was cool? That you find out. I don't know if this is the first time. I might be off, but you find out Vivi is a D.
Yes.
Has the D like they're
Yep.
in their bloodline.
Yep.
That was fucking
Because
cool.
and Cobra was the only person who defected from the world government. He was the only one who stayed in his country and didn't go to Marie Joie.
Yep.
Marie Joie.
And then we find out that his wife was the one that fucking scattered the poneglyphs everywhere.
Dude,
Sick. And because
Or
they were
his-
trying.
No, not his wife. His
Lily, right?
No, not Cobra's wife. Cobra's.
Oh, not Cobra's wife.
Cobra's
wife was the one
ancestor.
that got assassinated.
Cobra's
Yeah.
great, whatever, 800 years ago or whatever.
Wait,
it
did she get
was.
assassinated or no?
think
Did she
so.
get killed?
I think she got killed
I don't know.
by
Whatever.
whatever. Either
But
way,
either way, yeah, it was like
His-
Lily was
his-
like one of the first 20.
it was like one of his grand
Right.
ancestors.
It was one of the
yeah.
first 20, and she was Lily D. With I forgot his name.
Yep.
The last name. Nefari,
yeah,
Nefari or
yes,
something
yeah,
like that.
that's what it is.
And
Cobra,
and then
Cobra.
she was the one I think that spread the poneglyphs around because the government was trying to keep them from everybody.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's what Emu said before they killed him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Because that was the
because he said
information.
D, and he was like, "What?"
And they
And
took
just
him out.
murked him. And then Sabo popped in.
Yeah. But
Damn.
so Revolutionary Army, full circle with Kuma, just like everything going on with him and Luffy, all this stuff. My bad. I'm gonna turn the page real quick. Bada boom, bada bang, boom, bam.
Got to do a lot of things.
Gotta do a lot of things. A lot of boom. What Busta Rhymes? I
Busta
can't.
Rhymes.
I can't
Bada boom, bada bang.
Bada boom,
I gotta
bada
do a
bang.
lot
I
of
gotta do a lot of things. So, my bad. I turned the wrong page. I'm a gabagool. My biscuits. So, all right. Kuma, like, yo, the quote.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happened.
With what?
Zoro, when
I
Kuma did
did
that
wanna
to
talk about
Zoro.
that. So I think that was kind of like, I don't like. It's a weird thing because Kuma took all the pain from Luffy, and I don't like. Did he know that it wasn't going to kill Zoro? Because if he
yes and no.
if he didn't
Maybe.
know, then I think it's fucked up to do that.
But I think it was almost like he knew maybe that that Zoro was tough enough to take it, maybe, and
hope
I think
so.
that was like a almost like a moment of admiration. And this sounds kind of like wishy washy even saying it like that, but it kind of is where he was like, "That's what I used to do."
Yeah,
You know,
is Kuma the second of Dragon?
What do you mean?
Like, is he? Because Zoro's the second, like the right hand or whatever.
No,
of
I
Luffy.
think Ivanka is.
Right.
I think Ivanka was like second
Okay.
to Dragon, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
But he was saying that this is what I've endured this.
I've done this,
Yeah.
and if you could, if you're willing to take this for your captain, like, obviously,
for Luffy, you think
obviously,
like
specifically,
yeah.
obviously, he didn't know that he was who he was at that time, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he knew because remember at Marineford, Ivanka found out that was Dragon's son, and she had no idea. That was like big news at Marineford.
yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe Kuma didn't know. Maybe he did know something because, or maybe it was just his.
But he had to know Garp
But
and
he
Dragon.
was, but he was there. Yeah. But
like,
but
if
I don't
that's
think
the-
anyone knew anyways at that time because Dragon was
Okay.
mad secretive about it. That was like the whole.
they didn't
thing.
even know he was connected to Garp.
Yeah.
They think
No, they didn't.
Yeah. But once you say Luffy, I guess it was a Marineford thing. And they put it, yeah.
But like him, just even seeing like he was at Thriller Bark trying to save all the people's shadows and all the zombies and shit like that. Like he was just like, yo, I'm gonna risk my life to save these people.
Yeah.
And Kuma's like, oh, like that's what I do. That's what I've done my entire life is risk my life. I've literally endured all this stuff. And no one knows. And then Zoro does it and just doesn't say a word. He goes, nah, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Right.
And that's
who was the one that came up and was like Sanji? What happened here?
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Yeah.
And that's Kuma fixing all these old people's problems, all their sadness,
so
all
much
the
back
misery,
pain, dude.
So much, so much lumbar, so much lower lumbar, and he's a big dude.
Oh my god, he's already probably had a little bit of problem
because he's his stature. You're
oh my god, so top heavy.
Dude, his legs.
Yeah,
you're like,
yo, he skipped leg day.
100%, and everybody knows if you skip leg day, that's when you're back. You know,
it's true, dude. His
back was sore. That was a lot for him.
It's a lot.
He might have a slip disc from that, just in general. But
dude,
he was doing that all the time and not telling anybody.
Dude, what? Yeah, this is kind of funny because now it wouldn't really make any sense. It takes the pain, and then he goes, and then he takes it out of himself.
Oh, and just puts it in another bottle.
Else? But then he wouldn't have anywhere else to put it, right?
No, because he says in the chapter
it goes back.
He goes, it'll come back.
So it'll go back to him. Because if he puts it into himself and then takes it out real quick, then he just starts storing bubbles, and then eventually it comes back. He should have started
bubbles,
and he goes, eventually all the shit's coming back. Now then that might kill him.
So that's gonna bring us into our next thing that we were bringing up is the bubble that's at Egghead. Is that bubble?
The bubble shield.
Yeah, and
that he uses that has seawater in it.
But is that enough of his personality to bring him back from where he is right now? Like as a pacifista, you know how he's like fully like not even a cyborg.
After
he's like
Sabaody, right? That happened kind of because we were thinking like he had some of his will still.
Oh, that because that Sabaody, he again, and that probably get into that next.
And when he carries the book around,
he's a Bible.
They just showed why.
Yeah,
that was like in these last.
Yeah,
that's fucking
very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
That means he knew. That's what I'm saying. He knew. He was writing that shit out. That he knew that he was gonna be a pastor. You think he goes, oh wait, I'm gonna have him hold the Bible and then I'll think about it later.
Man, I don't know, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's a tough. It's these the characters that he did are so well defined that he easily could have done that. Where he's like, you know what?
Okay,
let's go into this backstory. Yeah, I'll get into that later. Yes. Like, I'm not, you know.
But just to have him holding the Bible is like way earlier.
Way early, like way early. But so that being said, Bonny.
Yes. So
being Kuma's daughter
and
debunks the clone theory sort of, and that was already revealed. But when you see Ginny and the resemblance to Bonny, you're like, yeah, that's probably Bonny's mom.
Yeah.
The thing with and it's a weird thing to say, but the thing with the chicken bone hanging out of her mouth as a kid and as an adult, same way that Bonny gets introduced to us.
Yeah.
In the anime and the manga, she's eating mad pieces. She's got the shit hanging out of her mouth. She looks damn near the same, you know?
I think so. You know, I think the first panel, she looked like Nami, which I thought was weird.
Who, Ginny? Ginny did?
Yeah. Like it resembled Nami a little bit. But then
I can see that.
But I think that it makes sense because she was in love with Kuma.
Yeah.
And she was the only one that knew that he was taking all of the pain from everybody.
Precisely.
And then she asked him to marry him. Marry her.
I mean, can't because of my Buccaneer blood.
Right. He was like, because that's right. He was like, yeah, because I don't want to bring you misfortune or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So he did. He had to.
He ended up
because Jenny's like, I don't want a kid probably.
So that's the thing is the timeline of how this works out. This is going to be like a weird thing. This is actually kind of what maybe lends to the clone theory.
My bad. And she kind of does act like Nami a little bit.
She does a little bit.
Yeah. Because she's kind of like
she's
a
like,
bitch.
Yo, where's the money? And she's like, yo, where's the money? Like,
yeah.
Or she's like, yo, you can't come here every week.
Yeah.
Or every day of the week. But she's like, what was I just saying? Oh, the clone theory is how this would work out. She gets captured. So if the reason why he becomes a pacifista or becomes a warlord or whatever is he gives himself up in order to get Ginny back, at what point do they bang?
They got it in one time. They have to. I mean,
like in that point though, because they hadn't up to that point. So he saves her, and they bang, and she gets pregnant. Or is the timeline work out where he frees her? He becomes basically a slave to the government, and she gets cloned.
We have to find an age for Bonny. And then
Bonnie. Well, that's the thing. How could you even define Bonnie's age? Because she could fluctuate her age.
unless it,
She could turn old. She could turn young.
That's
Who
true.
knows how old Bonnie really is? But she is
that's
Kuma's
true
daughter.
too.
As far as she knows.
Yeah.
As far as she knows.
She is Kuma's daughter.
As far as she knows. That's what people have told her. Indeed,
Interesting.
dude. Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think the other thing about Kuma though, like we were talking about earlier, is like how he played a role in the Straw Hats. Like,
Oh yeah.
bro, he sent them
So
away
yeah,
to their.
like
You think he's the bad guy? He's the bad guy.
Back to what you were saying about Dragon's son.
Yeah.
If Kuma is involved with the Revolutionary Army and he knows about like Shanks and the Navy, and he knows about the gum fruit, if he actually knows what it is, and he knows that Luffy has the Sun God fruit, then when his dad told him that the Sun God was going to come and save us, he maybe saw that and goes, "Oh, this is an opportunity for me to make sure that comes to fruition." Like he came to save us.
But how would he know that?
That's what I'm saying. But
Because
only because Shanks knew what the fruit was. Because why would he steal that fruit? And then also, why would they not eat it right away? Like somebody.
Because no one on Shanks' crew eats fruit.
That's true too. But he knew that fruit was something.
I feel like he had to, because why would he steal that fruit?
And that fruit,
Just for
also the
money?
world government. Well, unless
Because remember, the government was like, "Yo, it's just a gum fruit. It's not even expensive.
Yeah.
It's not like a."
But for 800 years,
Yeah.
the world government has been trying to get that fruit, and they've never been able to. And the one time they got it, Shanks broke in and stole it.
Yeah.
So it's like
And then Kuma
Shanks had to have
encountered
known.
this guy. Yeah.
Which could go back to that crazy theory that Shanks, when he was popped out of the fucking the barrel or whatever, right in the very beginning, that he's like a reincarnated type, fucking time traveler type dude, where he is like,
But that would take away from the for Garland theory.
yeah, the Garland theory.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
But I don't even know how you connect that. But so people are saying like Shanks is like way. That's why he's so strong, because
There's a
he's
lot of
way above like.
Yeah. But if
So he's-
if he was for Garland's son, that would explain why.
Yeah.
Because he would be top notch.
So we get into for Garland.
Yeah, not now.
No.
That's next episode.
Son, okay.
Yeah. But I think just Kuma, like being the bad guy and then being the dude who was literally responsible for the Straw Hats. Even like if he didn't do what he did, they would have got tanked by Kizaru
Yeah. Also.
on Sabaody. And
Yeah.
that's the only reason why they are as strong as they are now. They all went to a place where they
Yes.
were. Nami went to the weather place. Zoro went to Mihawk. Sanji went where all
Yeah.
the trans women were, and he had to run away from them. He learned how to skywalk.
So do you think
Usopp,
that
you know,
Kuma? How did Kuma know?
That's what I'm saying. So that's almost like he did have to know
He
something.
has to know because he sent them all to the correct
But he
places.
did also encounter them at Thriller Bark, so he might have been able to tell from them.
or he just know, or Dragon told him everything.
And
'Cause
didn't-
he's
and
fucking
didn't tell
real
Ivan-
close
and
with
didn't
Dragon.
tell Ivanka because she was locked up and impelled down.
Oh, she wasn't impelled down.
And
And
that's-
then Dragon's
so
like,
she
"Yo,
didn't
listen,
know.
that's my son,
And he told, yes,
and you gotta
dude.
go fucking. You gotta go
Bro.
fucking save them for me, bro."
And
I
he-
saved him once. He was already almost fucking got his head chopped
Or he
off.
didn't even say that, and Kuma just knew, and he was like, "Oh, these are those guys."
Yeah.
Cool.
And then it turns out he saves Nika, the sun
sun
god,
god.
by accident, and the
Full
fate
circle.
comes in.
Oda's that guy, dude.
That's crazy, dude.
I don't really think I have too much else on here.
So because we're gonna talk about all the other stuff on the next episode.
Yeah, that's all I really
Because
got.
Egghead is cool.
Yeah,
So it's so cool. Vegapunk.
like all the current stuff.
Come on, like Vegapunk,
Yeah,
and like you waited so long to fucking find Vegapunk.
and everything that has to do with him, because he was such like.
And
a
is he
mysterious
good or
character.
bad?
I think they're
We don't-
showing that he's good.
He's both. I think, dude. There's at any point he can turn.
Yeah,
but
but
they're trying to
I think
assassinate him now.
but
So
I think
maybe
that he was like he was kind of like almost like hostage to the world government in a sense.
right. But I also think though there was a point where he was gonna turn until they were like, "No, we're about to kill you." And he's like, "Oh, fucking never mind." Like,
Yeah, well, he only turned because he found out the stuff about the Void Century.
also, how the fuck did he cut his head off? He's like, "Yo, my brain got too big, so I just stored it here and I put an antenna on top of my head."
Genius.
How?
I don't know. Genius.
What? Dude, he just
Smart guy.
chopped his brain off and was like, "Here, now everything I learned gets sent."
Has to be part of his
Through an
double
antenna.
obviously.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, and now there's just a database of his brain, and his head is normal size with an antenna.
Dude,
an apple atop. It doesn't make any sense.
he's got the brain, right?
The mind.
Yeah, whatever.
Or I
The
don't know.
know me.
So
We'll get into that one though.
is it the first? That's the first fruit ever.
Maybe.
Because the void. I don't know. We don't know. Okay. Oh, what about? So we're gonna talk about the elders in the next episode too.
Yep.
Because
Everything.
what I want to debate in the next one is why. What was the reason that one elder?
I know that was my question too.
Right?
Why
Was that what
him?
you said?
Yeah, why him?
Yeah. Why did he go down?
I know.
Does that mean he's the strongest? Is he the like, or does he like?
I don't know.
And because the other elders look like
They're all
now we all know they all have ancient devil fruits. I'm sure.
probably.
So,
And to what degree we have no fucking clue. But
and we don't know how old they are. Are they figure out how to live like hundreds of years? Or
speaking of the last thing I think we have is the Buccaneer thing. Is like it was if we have Buccaneer bloodline, which is kind of similar, I guess, to what is King again?
a Lunarian,
Lunarian. It's kind of like similar to that, I guess.
like a different race. So that
So
lives on.
Ivanka has a little bit.
It's like fishmen. We
Exactly.
learned there's different races.
Giants,
Yeah, giants. Yeah,
Kuma,
and ancient giants because we found out was an ancient type giant
exactly, which is like the huge head on Onagashi.
with the horns, I think too.
Yeah, like the Onagashi.
Also
horn.
ogres.
Or that's what I'm talking about. Kaido.
Yeah, like
Yamato.
and that guy and Saturn had the fucking horns.
Precisely. Dude, there's gonna be so much stuff. that
Jerry
comes in.
Garcia, dude.
We'll get into it. But yeah, so I don't know, like Buccaneers, maybe Whitebeard's one, maybe
That's
Big Mom's,
that's why they're
maybe
big.
Mom.
Because we don't know why they're big. Because fucking
huge.
they're way
They got the
way bigger.
chins.
They have the big chins.
They got the chins.
Big Mom, she used to be throwing that thing around when she was younger though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She was bucking that near.
She was bugging
Fucking
all
that
in it.
near-
And all her
right
children
near
are fucking
Kaido.
strong.
Yeah.
Is it natural abilities? Maybe.
It's a possibility.
Who knows? And are we gonna get into fucking Blackbeard? Is that coming up or what, dude?
Hopefully, dude.
It has to. Dude, I saw a really cool thing. Last thing. Blackbeard, there was a theory like, so we know, so Shanks got the scar from Blackbeard on his eye.
Yeah.
So someone was like, yo, if you look at Blackbeard's mouth, he's missing 3 teeth in a way that if he bit Shanks' face, it might make 3 scars on his eye.
Oh.
But then the guy was like, yeah, but it's weird. In chapter 5, I think it's 584, I think it's Marine Ford, they show Blackbeard smiling, full set of teeth. And I was like, and everyone's like, no, that's not true. I looked it up and it's a full panel of him smiling, full teeth.
It's weird because he's missing teeth in the beginning.
And I think in the end, or I don't know, now I have to look at
That's
it.
mad weird.
It's
gotta
a
just
weird
be
thing because it was a random comment on Instagram. I'm scrolling through like down 50
then
comments. The
looked it
guy was
up.
like, yo, but what about this chapter where he has all his teeth? The comments
it
were like,
was
no,
spot on.
no. I was like, I looked it up. I was like, spot on. I was like, oh, holy
Dude,
shit.
that's wild. Yeah. I
Like,
don't
why
know.
would he
Maybe
do that?
has
Unless
something
they
to do with
fucked
his-
up.
Or yeah, it's either that or it has something to do with his 3 devil fruit thing. Maybe he's like
Well, because that was, but I see it now. I got the chapter. I don't know if it was before or after he beat Whitebeard.
yeah, but he was missing teeth in
He was missing teeth when he was young.
at the beginning. Yeah, but the beginning one where he like meets Luffy
right.
before Skypiea.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, dude. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think we got it, bro. You want to plug out?
Sure.
Word.
You can find me at Mike Nice CT on all the platforms. Make sure you're following Village Hidden the Shed on all of the different platforms. And make sure you're looking out for new music coming out all the time. We got some bangers coming out.
Bangers. And yeah, you can follow me, Sid_Floyd. Definitely go check out Alien Entourage. Shout out to our boys Pickle Pat the Thinker and Shed Tech 8. Give them a follow too. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, and all that jazz. Definitely follow us on TikTok.
And YouTube too. We got to get those
Yeah.
YouTube numbers up.
Let's get them up.
We got
baby.
fucking 4K video.
Let's rock. Yeah, we look nice out here. We look great. Shout out to our boy Jeffrey Doomer for that. And yeah, we got some really good episodes on the way for you guys. We're going to be getting into some Jujutsu Kaisen, some more Boruto, and obviously as this One Piece keeps coming out, we're going to keep rocking with this stuff. So stay tuned. Yeah, like I said, keep checking out our music.
Tate bayo.
Bye.